Hi there guys and welcome to another Train Sim World video of sorts. Well, is it Train Sim World? It is. It's Train Sim World 2020. So yeah, TSW 2020. What do we know? Not a lot because we only heard about it yesterday, so I thought I'd do a video covering what I've read about and what I think, and I thought I'd watch the trailer with you because I sort of put that off. I've watched a little bit of it, but we'll have a look and then we'll read through the blurb that comes with this. So this could be quite exciting. I like the way they've gone back to their sort of passionate fist stamping music. Oh yeah, get it. Okay, so nothing particularly new in the video itself, but that's cool. I quite liked the trailer. That was quite nice. I liked him. Must have bygone regional commuter and bustling freight operations of Train Sim World 2020 coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Windows PC the 15th of August. That's not long. I mean, today's the 17th of July, so we're looking at like a month away. So what is Train Sim World 2020? Well, yeah, good question. I've got no idea. Is it just bundling it together? Train Sim World 2020 brings you a whole new bundle of fantastic routes and locomotives new features, updates, and ways to play. Okay, so that's interesting. Train Sim World brings you a whole new bundle, right? So new collection of routes. They're not new, but yeah, new bundle. I can see if they're putting this in one pack, that's probably going to, and probably at a decent price as well. So that's probably going to make this very, very good value for money compared to what it has been before. So good going. Positive so far. CSX Heavy Haul staying on Windows PC only by the looks of that there. Do apologise to PlayStation 4 users and Xbox One users. I don't know if we've still had a proper explanation for why. I know we all know little reasons why, but I don't think DTG have ever really come out and said why. So, or if they have, if somebody can point me to the direction of that in the comments, that'd be great. New feature, and this is what I'm interested in. The new journey system blends together more than 24 hours of sequential gameplay for each route. Start a journey on any route and enjoy hundreds of scenarios, service timetables, and jobs to complete around the railway. Okay. Okay, right. What do I make of that? Hundreds of scenarios. I think they've got to be very careful with their wording here, because is it scenarios, as in what we've come to know of scenarios in Train Sim World, or are they just using like the service timetable? Maybe it'll get you to do an odd bit of shunting here and there. Interesting. That could be a really nice feature. So is it saying you could like start, using the word journey is a bit weird, could you like start your shift in the morning and then finish in the evening? I don't know. That could be very interesting, actually. Improved tutorials and scoring will teach new players all they need to master the rails, and even old hands might find something new to learn in the new scoring and detailed analysis of every completed scenario. Okay, looking at the TSW tutorials beforehand, whilst they got you moving, were very, very basic. So I think this is a good thing if they're done properly. DTG are not particularly well known for their detailed manuals either. So that could be a really decent feature for those. I mean, I've missed bits in TSW even when I've been playing it for a while because it's not listed in the manual, or it's not listed in a tutorial or anything like that. So I've just found it and fiddled with it. Check your performance during each scenario with the new action point system. Okay, I know some of you really like this. For me, and this is a personal gripe, this isn't a gripe at them, but for me, this does my head in. Which rewards you for completing objectives and driver accuracy. Then see how you can improve on the new debrief screen, which now shows you how you did against the varying speed limits. Right. Okay. Again, this has to be done properly. If you drive career scenarios in Train Simulator, and you actually drive as realistically as possible, you will fail. Okay? You will fail. Improper use of horn. DLC not being, physics being correct, so like excess movement and things like that, all can really scupper you. So you have to drive it in the way the game wants you to drive it. That's not realistic. It's the way the simulator or the game wants you to drive it. So what I'd hope is that they've thought about this really, really carefully and done it well. I can see that for certain people will absolutely love it. I know a lot of you like the whole XP side of things. You like the idea of achieving things and the Steam achievements and all of that. For me, it has no interest for me whatsoever. I'm not really fussed about a few points, if I'm honest. But I can see why they're doing that, and especially for the console market, that's going to be a big thing, a big thing. Change your scene. The main menu offers you the chance to take a look at selected locomotives before heading back out onto the rails, and with Train Sim World 2020 you'll be able to toggle between different dioramas to display them. And okay, cool little feature. Overhauled user interface. Oh, right. It's now even easier to navigate to the main menu. With a streamlined design, you'll be in-game quicker than ever before. Revisions to the in-game... Right, start with that bit. Okay, that's good. I've got no issue with that whatsoever. I think the way that the TSW user interface, like when you start the game and how you go into it, is very clunky. I don't think it was ever designed to be that way. I think that's just the way it's had to grow. You can sort of tell that. So I'm pleased they're putting this out here now. Surprised it wasn't done earlier, if I'm honest. So it's basically sounds like what this is going to be is like a core launcher for all of them, whereas at the moment we've got CSX Heavy Haul for those on PC that is the core launcher, and you can also add in like all the other ones if you want. You can use all three of them, but it'll be a core launcher for all of the stuff together, which is quite nice. I like the idea of that. Makes it neater. Revisions to the in-game interface and HUD. Good. I don't like the HUD in TSW. I find it quite cluttered. I know people disagree again with this. I would rather have a bit across the bottom of my screen, like the older style HUD, but improved, than the weird thing in the corner. So see what they come up with. It's not in the grand scheme of design for games and HUDs. It's very much like a racing game, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But it's just not. It doesn't really do it for me. The upcoming stuff with the track doesn't really do it for me. I suppose it makes me route learn a little bit more, but then again, I don't really have the time. So the HUD will allow for a more logical approach to certain tasks and provide more in-depth understanding of timetable instructions. Good. So I hope it's just having the dots over here or the dots over there. It never really sat right with me, so I'm really pleased to see that. It says here we'll be diving deeper into these new features and more in the coming weeks. Okay. So that's what we're getting, and let's see if there are any new features. This is quite ominous, this bit here. New features, more in the coming weeks. What is that those new features going to be? Ah, right, no, okay, I've misread that. We'll be delving deeper into these new features and more. So what's the more going to be? I can tell you what we'll all be hoping for. We'll all be hoping for the editor. Let's be honest. And it wouldn't surprise me if that's what we do get with this. Something tells me we're not going to, but I would actually hedge my bets to say we're not going to. But I really hope that at least it is spoken about even with the launch of this. I think the whole idea of sort of rationalising everything, streamlining everything, organising it better, it's showing that TSW is going in the right direction. I mean, the EXE is still called the TS2 prototype or something, isn't it? So it looks like they're finally doing some bits and pieces. And what I also hope is that DTG think that it's an acceptable level to do this with. So we should hopefully hope to see some little tweaks here and there with some of the things coming out. They have updated some bits and pieces from the older stuff, which is great. I've still got to cover the switcher and the cab car, but I was waiting for a patch to come out of that because it went a bit wrong for poor old Matt P on his stream, so I wanted to make sure I could cover it properly. And one thing I did like about that is there was like a week after release that they patched it, so that is good for us as consumers because DTG have been very well known for not fixing things that were wrong. So to see that they're doing that with TSW and to see that they did it within 1 or 2 weeks is good going. It's really, really good going. Okay, so how does this work? Before I even read that, I'm guessing it's going to be like the Train Sim Classic stuff. So, already own Train Sim World? Well, Train Sim World 2020 released on the 15th of August. You will get all of the new features, okay, features, as part of a free Train Sim World update, regardless of what content you own. All of the routes and locos you currently own will stay as a part of your collection to enjoy as usual. For the new routes included in Train Sim World 2020, you will have the option to upgrade to get any of these you don't already own for a discounted price. Right, so you will not get the routes. You will still have to buy the routes, but they're saying there's going to be a discount on that. But what you will get is if you own Great Western Express, you'll get Train Sim World 2020 Great Western Express. You won't get, say, Northern Transpennine thrown in. So it'll update your core game, but it won't change what you're actually going to be playing as such. Your content, so your routes and your trains will stay the same unless you choose to upgrade them. But the game itself, the simulation itself, the engine, like the UI and everything like that, and HUD will all change. But your content, your trains and your routes will stay the same. And you get that for free. This is something that Train Sim have done since since it went from Railworks 2 to TS 2012, I think. That's when they started it. There's a Train Sim World 2020 Deluxe Edition. To bring you even more authentic railway experiences for one great price, we will have a digital deluxe edition on offer that includes a brand new West Coast USA route. Okay, that's cool. This route will also be available separately and will release the same time as Train Sim World 2020 on August 15th. That's quick. Train Sim World 2020 is coming the 15th of August. Subscribe to our newsletter and follow us on Twitter and Facebook to make sure you don't miss out any news. I quite like this article, by the way. This is done very nicely. It's quite good. It's well worded, I would say. It's well worded, but it is a nice bit of kit. So it's going to be a deluxe version. It's going to be a new West Coast route, USA route. That's a pretty soon release after the cab car and switcher stuff, so that's quite good to see as well. Let's fingers crossed that's quite the new route is nice. We don't know what it is yet, obviously. Okay, let's get down to things that I think are a bit. Okay, I'm confused as to whether DTG were going to go down the route of. So now we started off with CSX Heavy Haul, then we got Train Sim World Great Western Express, then we got Train Sim World the German one, then we got Train Sim World West Somerset Railway. Now we're going on to the annual releases. Does this mean that it's not going to be Train Sim World West Somerset Railway? Is it going to be like just DLC like in Train Sim Classic where you're just buying the route or the locomotives? It's a system we're used to. Whether it's a good system or a system you guys like, I don't know. For me, it's perfectly decent. It does the job. It does what it says on the tin. The idea of the update every year, on one hand, I quite like. I always see it as a bit more like a subscription base, really, when you look at Train Sim Classic, because by the by, you get the upgrade, the core update for nothing, don't you? But you always end up buying the DLC that comes with it. Of course we do. Course we do, and they'll throw in a new route to sort of entice you into doing it, and that's great. That's good marketing, and it works. So I can see why they've gone back to this. I know there was a few people on, especially my Facebook group, going, "Why they're going back to this 2020 da system?" I don't have a big issue with it, if I'm honest. If you do, or you have a reason why you don't like it, let me know in the comments. I'm always up for my view being changed, definitely. Yeah, I've not got much more to say on it, really. It's kind of exciting. I see it probably more as housekeeping, more than a super duper release. It's nice to see them getting a bit organised, though. It's good, and I wish them all the best with it. And I look forward to trying out whatever the new West Coast American route is. All right, then, guys. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below, and I'll catch you next time. All the best.